If something were to happen to you tomorrow, would your family be financially protected, and for how long? That's a question millions of Americans ask themselves every day. The truth is, most people know they need life insurance, but very few actually understand how it works or which type is right for them. Term life, whole life, universal life. The options can be confusing, and choosing the wrong one can cost you thousands of dollars or leave your loved ones unprotected when they need it most. In fact, studies show that over half of Americans who have life insurance aren't sure whether their coverage will last long enough, or whether they're paying more than they should. That's why in this video, we're breaking down the two most common types of life insurance: term life and whole life, and explaining exactly how they work, what makes them different, and which one might be best for you in 2025. By the end of this video, you'll know how to protect your family without overpaying, and how to choose a policy that actually fits your long-term financial goals. Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Smith, and here we talk about personal finance, insurance, and smart money strategies that help you build real financial security. Life insurance can sound boring or complicated, but it's one of the most powerful tools for protecting your loved ones and building wealth over time if you understand it. The problem is that most people either buy a policy without knowing the difference between term and whole life, or they avoid it completely because it seems too confusing. But don't worry, in this video, we'll make it simple. We'll compare both types of insurance side by side, look at real-life examples, and reveal the hidden advantages and disadvantages that most agents never tell you about. Whether you're a parent wanting to protect your family, a business owner thinking long-term, or a young adult planning ahead, this video will give you the clarity you need to make the right choice. So stay tuned, because by the end, you'll know exactly which type of life insurance is truly worth your money. Let's start with the basics. What exactly is term life insurance? Term life is the simplest and most affordable form of life insurance in the United States. It provides coverage for a fixed period, usually 10, 20, or 30 years. During that time, if the policyholder passes away, the insurance company pays a lump sum called the death benefit to the beneficiaries. However, if the policyholder outlives the term, the coverage simply ends, and there's no payout or cash return. It's like renting protection for a specific time. This makes term life ideal for people who have temporary financial responsibilities. For example, parents who want to protect their family while their kids are growing up, homeowners paying off a mortgage, or individuals who just want peace of mind during their working years. The biggest advantage is the low cost. For a healthy 30-year-old, a $500,000 policy might cost only $25 to $40 per month. That's why most financial advisors recommend term life as the first choice for people starting out. But the downside is that once the term ends, so does your coverage, and renewing it later can be expensive because premiums increase with age. There's also no cash value or savings feature, meaning once it expires, you don't get any money back. Now, let's talk about whole life insurance, which is often described as the buy it once, keep it forever policy. Unlike term insurance, whole life lasts for your entire life, as long as you continue paying the premiums. It also includes an investment component known as cash value, which grows over time, kind of like a savings account built into your insurance policy. The insurance company invests part of your premium, and that value increases year after year on a tax-deferred basis. You can even borrow against it later in life, withdraw funds, or use it to pay future premiums. Because of these extra benefits, whole life policies are much more expensive. For example, that same 30-year-old might pay $250 to $400 per month for a $500,000 whole life policy. However, what you get in return is guaranteed lifetime coverage, stable premiums that never rise, and a growing financial asset that you can use in the future. Whole life insurance is often favored by people who want to build long-term wealth, leave an inheritance, or ensure their estate passes smoothly to family members. It is also a popular choice among business owners and high-income earners who use the policy for tax planning and investment diversification. The biggest difference between term and whole life comes down to cost, purpose, and duration. Term life is temporary protection, cheap, simple, and focused purely on covering financial risks for a certain period. Whole life, on the other hand, is permanent, expensive, but full of benefits like cash value growth and lifelong security. Many Americans in 2025 are now choosing hybrid strategies, combining both types to get the best of each. For example, someone might buy a large term policy for family protection during their working years and a smaller whole life policy that builds cash value for retirement or future planning. This way, they stay covered while also growing long-term financial stability. However, there are some misconceptions that lead people to make the wrong choice. One common myth is that whole life insurance is always a great investment. In reality, its cash value grows slowly, and returns are often modest compared to other investment options like 401ks or index funds. The real advantage of whole life is its stability, not its profit. On the other hand, some people think term life is a waste because it doesn't pay back if you don't die during the term, but that's the point. It's affordable risk protection and investment. Another hidden fact is that many term policies can be converted into permanent policies later without a medical exam, which gives flexibility if your financial situation improves. Finally, it's worth noting how life insurance fits into real American life in 2025. With inflation, rising housing costs, and increasing financial uncertainty, many families are rethinking how they protect their future. Younger adults are leaning toward term insurance because it's cost-effective and easy to buy online, while older generations and wealthier individuals prefer whole life for its cash value and estate planning benefits. Both have their place, it just depends on your priorities. If you want maximum coverage for minimal cost, term life is the way to go. If you're looking for lifelong protection and a financial tool that grows with you, whole life might be worth the investment. The key is understanding your needs, your timeline, and your financial goals, because when it comes to protecting your family's future, choosing the right type of insurance could make all the difference. So, when it comes down to term versus whole life insurance, there's no one-size-fits-all answer. It's all about what fits your lifestyle, goals, and financial situation. Term life insurance is the smart choice if you want simple, affordable protection for a certain number of years, especially if you're raising a family, paying off debts, or managing a mortgage. It gives you peace of mind knowing your loved ones will be taken care of during your most financially vulnerable years. On the other hand, whole life insurance is for those who want something permanent, lifetime coverage that also doubles as a financial asset. It's more expensive, yes, but it offers stability, guaranteed growth, and a lasting legacy that can be passed on to the next generation. Some people even choose to combine both types to balance short-term affordability with long-term value, creating a strategy that evolves with their life. At the end of the day, the best policy isn't the cheapest or the most expensive, it's the one that truly protects what matters most to you. Before making a decision, take time to compare quotes, talk to a licensed advisor, and understand how each policy works. The more informed you are, the better choices you'll make for your future and your family's security. If you found this video helpful, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell for more smart insurance and financial planning videos. And let me know in the comments, are you leaning toward term life, whole life, or a mix of both? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thanks for watching, and don't miss my next video where I'll break down the best life insurance plans for families in 2025. It'll help you choose not just the right type of insurance, but also the perfect company to get it from. See you in the next one.